Welcome back, everyone, to the Dead Ascend Bloodlords. I think this is session 7, I want to say? Getting along pretty well in the story. In our last session, our group of adventurers made their way into the Graydirge Bank, avoiding the finger bones on patrol outside and beginning to take a look around. Finding a statue of a person in the front entrance and quickly realizing when you seemingly triggered probably the same trap that they had been petrified by a cockatrice. After finding a large angry man who you didn't share a language with and didn't want to let you progress, you guys decided that your better course of action would be to take the statue back to the Bloodlord Berlin Haldoli, since stitched onto the back of it, still visible even through the petrification, was that same three-fingered hand symbol that you had found on the cloaks of those who infiltrated and caused the problems at Old Urgag's farm. Spoke with Berlin about it, spoke with Ordegar Stitchskull, who was also there, the leader of the Empty Threshold, and he brought along the information that he had learned from some of his members of the congregation that one of the local gangs in Graydirge, the Bone Shards, theoretically had a recent change in leadership and might be somehow connected to the poisoning plots. How exactly they are connected, not sure. That is for you all to find out, but he did give you an idea of where in the meat market the Bone Shards hideout is located, so you could go take a look at it yourself at some point when you would like to. But you also decided to head back to the bank and try and figure out what this group of individuals was doing here, hoping to figure out what exactly their plan was here at the bank that you found yourself at. And Berlin had let you know that she had theoretically left a scroll with the magic spell Translate in the archives of the bank some years ago, which I believe you guys found at the end of last session. Unfortunately, the scroll you have found, while you're not entirely certain what magic is in it, maybe Translate, maybe something else, it is only minor magic within it. At best, it seems like it would have a spell of the second rank stored within it, which means if it is Translate, that will only allow you to understand what Mr. Man is saying, not necessarily speak back to them. So, as you guys have taken a look around this additional sort of archive space, finding this scroll and a collection of semi-valuable cookbooks, what would you like to do now?
We can stare at Drag.
I don't want
Healing Drag for 3 hit points. Alright, and I believe Zuka should be at full as well. Since Zuka only took damage during the fight with the cockatrice, and you guys have taken a long rest since then. So, what is the plan?
You think we have a plan?
No, not at all.
I've never had a plan a day in my life.
I'm so proud of you.
This was all the rooms in this wing, right?
I'm sorry?
We finished exploring this east wing, right?
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Shall we take the scroll and get past the keeper?
It's your turn to lead.
I assume Requiem has the scroll?
It's just in the stash for now. So whoever wants to have held on to it may. Requiem, I see you're chilling out at that door that has the restricted sign next to it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna actually detect magic in this room with the door shut.
The door shuts. Interesting. You do not catch the presence of any magic.
Before we go, do we want to check the restricted door?
Oh, probably. Do we expect another scythe to come out?
Or something? Let's try this. Stand back. And I'm gonna try and telekinetic hand the door handle.
Hmm. The door opens, and a massive scythe comes plunging out of the ceiling, scything through the air right in front of it.
He just nods. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well done.
Oh, not the leaning. It seems to open into, like, a teller's space.
You want to get the next one too?
I can see where this scythe came down, right? Because I watched it.
Yeah, there's a opening in the ceiling. It looks like it was pretty ingeniously crafted. The ceiling actually looked flush and fine at first, but when the door was open, a small section of it slid back and the scythe came out. And then
Okay.
vanished back up into the ceiling slid shut once more.
Then just in case, as I stand in this square, I am decidedly not standing in the place where the scythe comes down. As I will try to telekinetic hand the door across the way.
Okay. The door opens.
She is now going to wave at the guy.
You hear it mutter something you don't understand as smoke just kind of leaks out of its lower jaw. Philip, now that you're in here, you can actually see a small lever right next to the door.
Don't pull it.
Side. See a number of like empty shelves and cabinets against the wall to the back here. Seems like any records or anything that were on here were likely taken away.
Do we want to try the scroll and see what happens?
Yes.
I shall try the scroll.
Okay. You are a divine caster, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You go ahead and you find that you can read the magic in the scroll. It definitely is of the divine tradition. And the magic begins to swirl around you as you activate it.
Hey, what happens to me? Do I like dissolve into a liquid or something?
I mean, if you wanted to roll me a fortitude save, you could.
I don't, though.
Then you don't have to. Nothing bad happens.
She will step this way. She's not stepping through the doorway, to be clear.
He kind of like takes a step towards you, and for the first time you understand him. Stay back.
We're going to try some charades. So first she nods, like, I can understand you kind of nod. Then she points at the key and points in the direction he's guarding, like points to herself and the direction that he's guarding. And then she will mime like leaning down, putting the key in and turning it, pulling it back, and then reaching inside to grab something.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Are these blind? I think they are they?
No, this would not be blind. His one sort of glowing orange eye squints at you.
Does he say anything?
I'm thinking on what he says here. Give me one moment. You are other visitors?
When he says visitors, what do I get he means by other visitors? And by that I mean like random people or like people who are supposed to be there.
I don't think he's really given you enough to go off of to necessarily know off the cuff what he's talking about or what he intends with that. I'm going to leave that up to your interpretation.
There's still chairs in front of the teller desks.
There are not.
Okay. This would make the miming easier or harder, but my character is the one that has to deal with that.
There are chairs in the other room that you could grab if you wanted one.
It doesn't matter. She will shake her head, and then she will step here, and she'll point to the teller desk, and then mime sitting in front of it, and then points to herself. She's trying to convince him that she's an employee, not a visitor.
I got that. You work for owner?
She gives a nod and then points to the key again and then gestures around the corner.
Give me a deception check.
Sure. Is deception blind?
Yes, because this is attempting to lie.
I either got a 2 or an 18. I don't know which, but I can feel it.
You notice this creature definitely hesitates for a few moments. And then, like, his arm kind of reaches up, and you watch his, like, two fingers kind of just start fiddling around in the empty eye socket. You bring back other eye?
She gives a moment like she's like contemplating it. And then she gives like a shrug and a nod, and holds her hand out like she wants to shake his hand on a deal.
He just nods at you and then retreats a few steps. Bring back quickly.
I think that worked. He seems to be allowing us through.
All of you watched a mildly entertaining game of charades.
Hear strange grunts that you can't understand from the other player. But she will beckon the rest of the party towards her.
All right, let's go through.
Philip, are you sure you don't want to pull that lever next to you?
Yeah.
And as she's like walking around, she just gestures at the other party members to the guy and like points at herself like they're with me.
He just nods. He seems to definitely remember the fact that you all came in together initially. As you come around the corner, now that you've got a bit of a better view, you can see that blood trail from the corpse. You moved the corpse earlier and just kind of left it down the hallway, but the blood trail has a hard stop where the stone slab is set into the floor. And there is a single door as well up here.
Yeah. She's going to walk over here and like kneel down.
Mm-hmm.
And just start examining the plate. Her current working theory is it some kind of trapdoor or elevator?
Go ahead and give me a recall knowledge check, taking a look at it. Are you sure you want to stand on that drag?
No, I didn't. I thought we were looking over here. That's my bad.
Taking a look at this Requiem, there's definitely an enchantment of some sort on it. How that enchantment works, you're not entirely certain. Do you touch the door at all?
Not yet.
Okay. Emphasis on the yet.
Yes. She is going to take out a piece of paper with stuff written on it. Just some random like note she might have. And she's going to like look at the piece of paper and like squint at it and then look back at the thing on the floor and then look at a piece of paper and then look back at the thing on the floor and then like huff like she's irritated as if the notes are not accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to do anything else. She's not going to engage with like dude bro over here or anything.
He's just standing there like half against the wall, one eye which has begun like leaking smoke now and just staring at you all. He's actually, I'd say more just staring at Philip right now since Philip is right next to him.
Yeah. The main goal is to keep up the deception that we were supposed to be here.
Yep, I got that.
Yeah.
You are all good on that front.
Do any of you recognize the enchantment here?
I can take a look at it.
Go for it.
I could also take a look with my Arcana.
Sure.
And occultism, actually.
Philip. That's a stone plate in the floor. You're pretty damn certain.
Let's rock.
Yep. Azrael, taking a look at it, you haven't necessarily seen this type of enchantment yourself before. You are fairly certain, though, that the enchantment on here is a sort of locking enchantment. And requires a specific key to unlock it.
Maybe it's in one of the other rooms. I would like to examine the store for traps.
Ye of little faith, go for it.
Zuka, look with your special eyes.
Yeah, taking a look at it, you're pretty darn certain, Azrael. That there is a door.
I knew you were.
And it opens. Hot dog.
Confidently straight through.
Okay. Looks to be an office of sorts. As you sort of round the corner and take a look in,
Hello.
you can see the southern end of the room has a pretty large desk taking up most of it, with a gray-robed corpse wearing an elaborate headdress sitting in a chair behind it. They're kind of hunched over plates and bowls filled with pretty delicious-looking food. You can see a pair of folded notes are sort of stabbed into the table with a star knife.
Kind of very delicious food.
Go in and take a look.
You know what? I will.
Does that mean look like a corpse or look like an undead that's just kind of sitting there doing nothing?
Looks like a corpse, to be certain.
I'll go over and do a medicine check on her.
Okay.
Yeah, she might get up and start kicking my ass, but you want this blind?
No, this can be public.
At least this way we know something. It's not like I don't have my gun.
Taking a look at this corpse, they definitely look like someone who has actually begun to rot of natural causes. It seems like they've been dead for a decently long time, so it's a little hard to tell how they died. You don't see any outward signs of violence or anything upon the body. However, at this point, I think I am going to need Azrael, Requiem, and Philip to all give me a will save.
I'm gonna hero point that.
You don't want to take a crit fail?
No, I don't want to take a crit fail.
You're going to take
I will,
it anyways.
however, take a crit fail.
Yeah.
I will, however, take a crit fail.
Okay. Azrael, you as well, please.
Not drag?
Nope. Not at the moment.
Drag's around the corner.
Azrael? Are you with us? If you're not, I'm going to roll for you, and we know how well that goes.
Sorry, food is ready.
Something abysmal every time.
Give me a will save.
Will save. Oh no.
Yeah, we're waiting on you. Philip crit failed. Requiem succeeded.
Yeah.
Do I get my basic undead benefits to this?
Well, if you click the button, it'll tell you.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, it'll auto-toggle anything that would get the benefit when you use the button. That is a success for you as well, Azrael.
Damn.
So, Philip. As you're taking a
Jericho.
look at this corpse, You know, it's morning. Now that you're starting to think about it, you forgot breakfast today, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
Man, you know,
Food does look tasty.
it looks real tasty.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah?
I'm gonna have a little nibble.
I'm just gonna have a little nibble?
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
There's food.
It looks real delicious, too.
I'm digging in.
All right. You're gonna go ahead and take double of what I roll here. So 30 points of slashing damage.
I'm down.
Class.
And are paralyzed. You all watch Philip begin chowing down on the food in the center of the table, and then blood starts pouring out of his mouth. And he looks up at you all. I mean, Philip, do you have anything to say to the group? That food is divine tasting as you fall unconscious.
Azrael, you gotta.
And Philip just collapses. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative here.
Uh-oh. I guess that meal was to die for.
Fuck it. It was to die for. Do I also roll initiative?
Yep. Yeah. You got to see when you make your recovery checks. All right. Drag, I don't know how aware the party makes you when Philip goes unconscious, but
Drake is familiar with the sound of a body hitting the ground.
there's definitely a squishy thump sounding from around the corner.
Squishy, did he die?
Fucks as well.
What, Requiem?
I said there's probably also a few what the fucks.
Just a few.
Did he die finally?
I was hungry. Sue me.
Drag, go ahead and give me a will save here as you take a look around the corner.
So convenient. Thank you. I don't have to dig for it.
I think you're set on blind rolls as your default roll right now. That is a failure.
That's rude.
And while the food looks appetizing to you at the moment, it doesn't seem to have any sort of additional temptation with which to force you to wish to consume it at the moment. But it does look like good food. It's like a shrimp ceviche, but instead of shrimp, it's fingers around the glass.
Fingers.
It's I would have told him to eat it. It looks so good. It seems like he already got to it.
Delicious.
I guess it's not a shrimp ceviche. It's a shrimp cocktail that I was thinking of. Oops. I'm not fancy.
SMH.
I'm not fancy, y'all. I'm sorry.
SMH. Can't believe you're not fancy.
Oh no, Zuka has to go eat the food too.
Yes!
Zuka would stride over before you can react, Azrael, and I need Zuka to take that 30 damage as well.
No. Zuka, no. Zuka, no.
Zuka consumes the food and immediately collapses into bones. How that happens, I'm not entirely certain. But we're just gonna go with it. Alright, Drag, what else would you like to do? You've got 2 actions left.
I don't know. Do we need to be in here? Just leave the cursed food.
We're looking for the key to the elevator. There's a nice little note on the table.
There's 2 notes on the table.
Grab note. Read note with eyeballs.
So you're ripping the notes out that were stabbed to the table with the knife.
You just pop the knife off the note.
Okay.
Not
I
a
will,
heathen.
I
So
will
you
allow
touched-
you to do that if you're using your entire turn to move up, take the knife out, and read the notes.
I have nothing but to do.
I will let you read one of the notes with this turn since you only have 6 seconds. Go ahead and roll me a d2 to see which note you read. Okay. The top note, as you take a very swift look at it, doesn't seem to be signed nor dated, but it does read in overly elaborate common. Regretfully, though the church appreciates your devotion and the many services you've performed in the name of Geb and the Pallid Princess, your petition to join the celebrants is denied.
Oh.
That was so useful.
Asriel, you're up. And first things first, will you give a recovery check for Zuka, please?
Yes. As soon as I remember how to do that. It's been a long
With
time
much
since I've been
pomp and
unconscious.
circumstance. Hey, Zuka's no longer dying. Zuka
Let's
is
go.
just unconscious.
Pick up snake, equip snake.
Okay.
Equip snake.
Tactical snake.
Tactical snake inbound.
Grab Philip. Start dragging Philip out of room.
Well, okay
Wait.
there, hold up.
Before you do,
Oh,
grab some
Uh-oh.
food for me.
okay.
So you can grab Snake with one action, move there, and then just grab Philip with third action. And that's going to bring us to the food's turn.
So excited! I love this
What
food.
do you mean the
This food's
food's
delicious.
I mean, the food's
You ate a
turn.
mimic.
The
You
food is
ate
gonna
a
get up and
mimic?
start attacking people.
What?
I didn't eat a mimic. I ate delicious food.
What do you mean you ate a mimic?
I ate tasty food.
Requiem, you... Actually, all of you really notice this, except Philip. As the food on the table starts to float, the dust on the ground begins to billow up from the ground, and starting with a small cyclone on the table, the food is going to start flying in circles, slamming into people. I need everyone to give me a reflex save.
Do I auto-fail this?
No, you still get to make it.
Wow.
Because reflex also includes things like luck, essentially. But, ooh, Requiem. Oh no,
Wow.
everyone.
You're gonna kill us all.
TPK.
Classic hero point.
If it makes you feel any better, it doesn't, I know, but you get the hero point back. Okay then.
TPK.
Wheel.
TPK.
Asriel and Requiem, you're gonna take double damage here, I think. I really don't want to do double damage, but roll the double damage here, and Philip and Drag, you can just take half of this, because they gave me critical damage for some reason. So Asriel and Requiem, you will take exactly 16. Dragon, Philip, you take 8.
How do I just hit the half button?
Yep. Congratulations, your dying increases. And Requiem falls unconscious as she gets slapped in the face with a goblet of blood.
Oh my god.
Love it. Healer's down.
Run by fruiting.
Well, it can't get much worse than this, right, Philip? Would you like to make me a recovery check?
Oh boy. I'm thinking about that food. It was really good food.
It was
boy,
really good food. In fact,
Oh fuck!
so here's the thing, Philip. You can either take that dying and go up
I'm
to
gonna
dying 3.
use my hero point to
Stand up at 1.
Yeah, stand up at 1.
Sure.
Don't you die at dying 4?
Shh.
Oh, do I have to be at dying 4 to do that?
No.
No, it's at
Okay.
any point if your dying value would increase, you can do it. Or when you would make a recovery check.
Okay,
Alright.
well, I'm up.
You wake up, Philip. There's food flying over your face.
Is it
Philip,
something I can, like, shoot? Is it a creature?
What would you like to try and shoot?
The cup that knocked out Requiem.
Fucking, yeah, the cup that knocked out Requiem. Can I do a recall knowledge
Sure.
to figure out what the hell is happening and what's
Absolutely.
attacking us?
Yeah.
What did I roll?
Philip, the food has grown sentient.
No!
The food wishes to be consumed, and it will force its way inside the mouths of everyone present.
Dear God.
So that was your first action.
I'll tell these two to quickly close their mouths. And then I can't actually help Requiem here. Fuck. How bad of a failure did I get?
That's a great question.
Was it a crit fail? Alright, I'm gonna run over to Requiem with my second and third action and cover her mouth so the food doesn't fly in it and kill her.
Okay.
Because
So
the food
you-
is flying and it's alive.
So standing
And clearly
up with your
that's how
second
food-
action and running over with your third?
Yeah, clearly food kills you by getting in your throat. That's how
Yeah.
food kills you. I know how food works, Jericho.
Do you?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
He very clearly does, yes.
This is how deadly food kills you.
Drag, you're up.
I don't like the food.
I don't blame
Okay.
you.
I don't think the food likes us either.
Hmm. I think gonna cast this.
Okay.
Then I'll walk out the room.
Okay.
Fuck. Kill somebody else in there.
Then Azriel, you're up.
Oop.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who you harming?
That a level 3? No,
We
it
cannot
can't
hear
be.
you if you're talking right now.
Oh, that's rude. I had a great joke.
Oh, what a shame.
I said Philip was the lowest. I healed him first, except I actually hear Requiem.
Requiem, heal 10, please.
Requiem, get up. We need to get out of here.
All right. That will bring us to your turn, Requiem. You wake up to Philip covering your mouth, like leaning over you.
Don't eat the food.
Yes, okay. Can I see the fruit basket?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where is it?
Flying right around here right now. And then here. Then here. It's coming in for the punch.
It's coming in for the haymaker.
I have no idea if this thing has a soul, so I'm gonna needle darts it.
Okay. You are trying to needle darts just like the flying food, yeah?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. The darts fly through and pierce some of the food, and they kind of explode. And for the first time, the illusion over the food fades. And you watch shards of bone and insect husks that were what you actually seemed to shoot just splatter across the room.
Lovely.
About half of the food is still flying around right now. And, it's the food's turn again. I am going to need Philip and Requiem specifically to give me yet one more reflex save.
I suck at these.
Philip.
Bye, guys.
Philip, my man, can you stop with that?
I don't think I can. I think I'm about to stop with a lot of things right now, Mr.
I thought the
Jericho.
goal was to kill him.
Yeah, I also thought that was the goal.
I don't think so. So Requiem, you'll take half damage here. Philip, you'll take full damage. Not that it really matters. All right. Only 7 points of damage here.
Goodbye.
And Philip falls unconscious again. Classic Philip. Drag, you're up.
Neat. Spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, look, things are just working now.
Yeah, I got that fixed on your guys' character sheets.
Nice.
And any of you sorcerers cast
Step.
any of your bloodline magic, you cannot step there. Oh, you're doing a full stride action?
Yes, I'm walking.
Cool.
And I cannot target the food as it does not exist.
Correct,
However,
but you can just make the attack roll.
die, food.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Die, food!
I think the food is dead.
Go ahead and roll regular damage for me. This is food. It is immune to crits, unfortunately.
Ooh.
You cannot crit the flying pineapple.
Why not, Mr. Jericho?
Fruit Ninja taught me otherwise.
Because I decreed it so, Philip. But that is enough for Drag you to sort of walk in and just start eviscerating all of the food as it flies around you. To the point that it very rapidly stops. For now. Azriel, you're up.
Regrab Philip. Drag Philip out of room.
Okay. You have
Item
one action
explained.
left.
Shield.
You can wave at Mr. Man if you'd like.
I will use that as my somatic component for the spell.
A shield doesn't even have the manipulate action. You don't need any somatic components with it.
I'm adding one willingly
Fair
for
enough.
this one casting.
Requiem.
So is the food fully destroyed, or
Yes, it is.
okay, cool. And
You
we're
have a
still in
person
initiative.
dying.
Oh, right, that.
Yeah, that one's me. I'm dying.
Mildly important.
Slightly. It's no big no. Look, take your time. It's no big deal. If you could hurry up, please.
But just let him.
Undeath's Blessing. Alright, Philip, you may heal 7.
Whew. Don't I heal for more than that?
+2, yes, you're right.
I'll just do the 2 manually.
I'll see if I can create an effect for Undeath's Blessing later.
Alright.
And that will be where we end initiative for the moment.
For the moment.
So, what would you all like to do?
Continue exploring the office.
Okay. You guys want the sort of zoomed in picture of what that table looks like now that the illusion has been revealed? Looks like this.
Mm.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, the top-down picture does reveal that it's bugs.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay. Tasty bugs, though.
You thought it was quite tasty for sure.
What do those notes say? Now that
Ugh.
we're out of the room.
Taking a look at the other note. That one's written in a bit more crisp, meticulous common. And it reads, with the shuttering of Graydirge Bank, your position with the Tax Collectors Union is hereby terminated. Anyways, I know you've been working with the Celebrants for years, and you probably orchestrated all this yourself, you traitorous filth. Remember, the Tax Collectors always come calling. Watch your back. And is signed with VQ, dated a little over 2 years ago. For any of you who remember the date, seems to be specifically the date the bank closed.
Mm.
Drag, since you were the one who picked up the knife, you can see that it also seems to have VQ engraved on the center handle. But it does also have some runes engraved on it. You easily recognize the lesser potency rune, but the additional runes you do not recognize.
I see. I shall have to investigate this later.
I'll drop it in the party stash.
And to inspect the body to find a key.
You dared to inspect the corpse.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a small silver key on the corpse. You also notice, like, the headdress itself, which looks almost like an insect shaped like a skull. It's partially broken at the moment. It's like silk fabric on a wire frame. The fabric, though, is like dusty and torn. Some of the wires are bent. Were it to be fixed up, you think it would be worth a little pretty penny.
Yoink.
The dead has no need for it. Probably worth close to 10 gold when repaired. If and when, I should say. The silver key was just kind of like stowed in one of the corpse's pockets.
Oh, we found the key.
All right.
I would like to examine the key before we go right to the door with it.
Okay.
I want to see if it
Well-
is.
Sorry, go ahead.
I basically want to try and deduce whether or not it is directly connected with the platform.
You can go ahead and give me a recall knowledge if you'd like. The platform itself, you saw no keyhole on.
Right, which is why I'm expecting it to possibly be magic instead.
Mm-hmm. Taking a look over the key, you see no runes or anything engraved along it that would indicate it as being magical. Nor do you sense any like particular aura around it either that would denote it as being enchanted.
And we're also does the desk have like drawers on it, or is it just like a top desk?
It's just a top desk.
Okay. I would like to do a sweep of the room now.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I wonder what I rolled.
Could be anything.
We'll never know.
Which is wild that it told you got a roll streak, because a 17 is not what you rolled on your recall knowledge check. So, roll streak sometimes just doesn't work, and it always entertains me either way. Nothing seems hugely out of the ordinary. However, you do notice one of the books on this shelf appears to be a fake.
One of the what appears to be a fake?
One of the books appears to be a fake.
Well, I'm going to
You can see
inspect
there's
that.
like no actual pages in it. It's just made to look like there's pages from what you can see of the top of it. And I'm sorry I interrupted you. What were you saying?
I said let's inspect it.
Okay. Like pulling it out to inspect it, or just looking at it while it's on the shelf?
I'm pulling it out.
It does not come out fully, but after it comes out like 2 inches, you hear a clicking sound, and the wall slides open.
Hey.
This bank is just, hitting all of the cliches. Secret door opened by books, scythe traps in the ceiling, all the classics,
I'd be upset if it didn't.
right?
I think I would be genuinely offended, actually.
Looks to just lead into the archive room you were in earlier. The entire shelf that was on the wall has sort of swung outwards and open.
I thought we were onto something until we weren't.
I exist to dash your hopes.
You're very good at it.
I hope you're disappointed enough in me.
We are.
Wait, so it just went to the restricted area?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep, just went to a room you've already been in.
Well.
person without dark vision is the one progressing ahead from the group.
Everyone else is just kind of standing there.
I leave it to you guys to determine your course of action, so...
Can I check the walls for anything?
Sure, go ahead and give me a perception check. Damn, Philip. You got me. They're walls.
Why
Believe
are
it
you
or
like
not,
this?
made out of
Fucking
stone.
knew it. I knew it.
Why
am I rolling so bad tonight?
I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if you guys wanted to take a break and spend some time, you could heal yourselves up to full.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Take like an hour or so. Maybe maybe 2 hours. Get up to right around noon when some of you guys are actually getting hungry. Although I'm not entirely sure where your guys' appetites are after that experience. Feel free to heal yourselves up to full and get rid of the wounded condition.
That feels better.
This is how you guys are getting your entertainment, just watching a snake spin?
Clearly.
Nice.
So the platform doesn't do anything when Zuka stands on it?
It does not.
Zuko's also like less than a pound.
Yeah, I know, which is what makes this very stupid.
God, imagine if this was a trap and it just like collapsed underneath you when you stood on it. This whole thing was
It's
a ruse.
absolutely going to now that you've said that.
I am
No, it's going
writing
to
a
now that
stat
Philip
sheet
has
as
stepped
we
on it.
speak.
I'm on it. I stepped onto it. Me and Azrael are on it.
Hot dog. I'm so proud of you guys. I suppose I should just confirm, Requiem, you're the one holding on to the vault key, yes?
Correct. I am going to ask the people on there to get off of it, and she's going to try and touch the key to the thingy.
I'll leave Zuka on.
With a actually pretty quiet sound of stone moving, the stone platform sinks a couple inches as you touch the key to it, Requiem, and then rotates on an unseen hinge underneath the floor, revealing a staircase heading down.
It's just spinning in the middle and turned into a spiral staircase.
Zuka got sent flying.
Goodbye, Zuka.
To where, I'm not sure.
She fell down the stairs.
I don't have a teleport point, so if you guys would like to go down, just let me know, and I will go to that map.
Yeah.
I'll head down the stairs.
Okay. I will also mention there was a locked door and another door down here you guys never looked through.
Mm-hmm.
So just reminding you guys. But heading down the stairs themselves, you find yourself in a relatively small room. Get your light going, Azrael. There you go. You see a single iron door standing in the southern end of the east wall. And you can see what looks to be a viewing slot in the door as well, but closed at the moment.
Is it open from this side or the other side?
The door?
The slot.
It seems to open from the other side. If any of you had thieves' tools and or just like training in thievery, I would allow you to try and open it from this side if you wanted.
I have training in thievery.
Or aren't you spatial?
I'm very spatial. I do, in fact, take up space. Do I also need the thieves' tools or just the training in thievery?
Do you have something else you think you could viably use to open it?
Got a +1 dagger. No, just a normal dagger. I've got a dagger. I've got 40 feet of chain.
Good enough to me. Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and give me that thievery check if you want to try and
And
open it.
I've got some chalk. Blind?
No. Not that you have any hero points, but
17.
that will actually be enough to force it open. Let's move you over here to where the slot is. And looking through it, all you can really see is a whole bunch of dried blood on the ground. And sort of almost directly in front of the door, what looks to be like mangled scrap hanging down from the ceiling.
All right, then. That's quite lovely. I'll step in. Oh, open the door first, and then I'll step in.
Sure.
Oh,
Guess what? There's another corpse.
half a woman.
Yes. Likely very obvious cause of death. Now that you can examine the mangled scrap a little bit more, it looks to be remarkably similar to the sickle traps from upstairs.
She was poisoned.
You got me.
Is this a light or an object?
That is a hanging lantern.
Okay.
Kind of embedded into the wall, though currently unlit.
Can I do a perception check on this door?
Sure. I love how you perceive that door, but not the one first.
I want to keep you on your toes, Mr. Jericho.
And you know what? I appreciate that. You'll get me one day. Today's not that day, though. It's a door.
Okay.
Unlocked, believe it or not.
I'll push it open.
You will? There's another door across the hall.
Motherfucker. I'll lean.
There's a hallway.
Shit.
Dear God.
There's more.
What's next?
I'm gonna check this body.
Okay. Give me a perception
Oh.
check.
God, this place is big.
It's the basement. What did you expect?
Like 1 vault room.
You'd be wrong. Requiem. There is, interestingly enough, nothing on the corpse aside from, like, clothes and that red cloak with the stitched 3-fingered hand on it. Seems maybe if this corpse had any belongings, perhaps they were taken.
Interesting. Can I share a space with the snake?
No, unfortunately. The snake is quite big.
I would like the snake to move, please. I'm gonna try to open that other door with telekinetic hand.
The one across the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Ta-da! It opens. With no scythe trap to be found. It looks remarkably similar to the room you were just in, however, no blood, no corpse. Nothing of the sort.
Perception check on that door.
Sure.
There's gonna be a scythe trap on it.
Strangely enough, there does not seem to be a scythe trap installed on this door.
I'm still open it with telekinetic hand.
Yeah.
We'll have to find a way to prevent that from happening in the future.
Make heavier
I mean,
doors.
It's pretty easy to solve. You just have the door explode, like the trap explode in such a large radius that it
gets
gets.
all of you.
Mr. Jericho, it's simple. Put the scythe here.
Of course. Traps specifically designed to catch people in random positions using telekinetic hand to open doors.
I'm going. You say that, but I'm going to design a manor built by an eccentric, crazy-ass wizard and his bored artificer roommate, and I'm going to kill so many players.
I'll be honest, I don't need to know your, like, midlife crisis plans.
You're just describing the Spencer Manor.
The door, Requiem, opens.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, looking into the room, there is yet another, like, 10-foot by 10-foot slab of iron embedded into the floor. Strangely, though, you notice what appears to be, like, cramped writing covering the entirety of the northern and eastern walls.
Let's read them.
Sure.
Written in like blood or just ink?
Carved in, mostly. And everything is also crossed out. It is thousands of different things. Gold key, bone key, knife, copper coin, rusty flute, rye muffin, brass button. It is thousands of just random different objects, it seems, written onto the wall and crossed off.
Maybe this one needs some kind of passphrase.
Well, might as well. Let's try the silver key.
Touching the silver key to the iron slab
Yep.
does not react.
I didn't think so. It would be hilarious, though, if after this person tried everything imaginable and never got this thing open.
Just the regular key they had would.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Just to make sure as I look through it, there is nothing that seems to indicate that they were successful in finding the key, right?
No. Give me a perception check, actually. You catch one thing that is not crossed out. The unfinished word, PSYC.
That doesn't leave many options for what that could be.
Psychic.
As far as how to figure out what the hell that actually means.
Well, the only things that I can think of that start with PSYC are basically all related to two mental things.
Mm-hmm.
Like psychic, psychology. Though ironically, there is also physically. So maybe that person's like, just fucking lift it, dipshit.
Break through with the force of 1,000 men.
Just grabs Corvus and starts bludgeoning the floor.
I mean, there's Psycho Pump. Maybe we need a Psycho Pump to open it.
Could just mean that there's a Psychanum down there.
I think the best thing to do right now is to explore everywhere else.
Yep. We have other paths down here.
No,
I don't know. Read the floor's mind, obviously.
I think we should always be reading the floor's mind.
Floors do know a lot.
More than the average person.
They're also just total feet fetishes.
What?
A little bit, but we forgive them for that.
Look, it's not always willingly.
No, it is. And we forgive them.
I don't think you do, Philip. I'm gonna be honest.
You can tell me who I forgive and who I don't forgive, Mr. Jericho?
I'm just telling you what I get a feeling of.
Anyone have psychic damage?
Philip dies.
Shoots the floor.
Mental damage the floor. These doors are supposed to be pretty heavy iron doors. I completely forgot about that, so...
Oof.
Telekinetic hand might not actually be able to open them. Oh well.
Just wraps the chain around it until it pulls it open.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can do that, but the obvious solution is tie a rope around the handle, then have the mage hand turn the knob, and then we just pull it after.
Clearly, guys, we just cast daze on the floor.
I mean, if you want to cast daze on the floor, you're more than welcome to.
I cast daze on the floor.
It's on the floor.
Drag.
Hmm.
What is your best magic skill between Arcana, Occultism, Religion, and Nature?
Fuck, this actually did something.
Religion.
Go ahead and make a religion check
Surprisingly.
for me. Not surprising, since that is the divine. Would you like to hero point that?
I got nothing else to use it on. It's not like I'm dying. See? And I just roll a 1. It's fine.
Well, you get the hero point back. That's the benefit. On the flip side, go ahead and roll damage for days.
Concern.
And please take that damage.
I
Oh,
figured as much.
Fuck!
As
We know, thank good.
for the briefest of moments, when you try and, push into the mind of the floor, semi-jokingly assuming it not to actually have any effect, you feel something. But then the magic immediately rebounds, causing you to stagger backwards in agony.
Guys, don't insult the floors.
Is it psychic?
They're mean.
The damage of daze is mental. Get out of the room, guys.
Oh no.
I'm not getting shot today.
Immediate fear.
I'm not getting shot today.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stand here,
Uh-huh.
conjure a bullet, slide it into my gun,
Uh-huh.
point the bullet around the door, and I'm shooting it.
At
The floor.
the stone slab, go ahead and roll an attack.
Go, gadget. Gun.
Go ahead and roll critical damage.
Does
Sorry,
the floor have
regular
a soul?
damage.
Can I kill its soul?
Regular damage.
Yeah. immune to
max damage.
The bullet ricochets and immediately starts bouncing around the wall a few times.
This is why I said get out of the room.
And the instant it begins to ricochet, you like slam the door shut.
Yeah, we slam the door shut, and I'm waiting until I no longer hear sound.
Yeah, for like 2-3 seconds, you hear just ping, 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 and then eventually it stops.
We didn't know it wouldn't work.
Right? It could have.
All right, I'll open the door and push back in.
Perhaps just not strong enough to actually damage it.
It's okay, Azrael. Just go Divine Lance the floor, Azrael. Go kill the door's soul.
Okay.
Why is everyone taking my joke seriously?
I would like to slay the soul of the door.
With Divine Lance, roll an attack roll. Or sorry, don't roll an attack roll. Oh. I was going to ask for a religion check instead here.
Blind?
Nope, this can be public.
Let's go.
Similarly to Drag, as your magic reaches out, bolting into the floor, normally, a Divine Lance that you cast would not be able to manifest even if what you're targeting did not have a soul.
Mm-hmm.
It would just kind of peter out and fail as the magic tries to manifest. So the fact that this fully manifested and impacted the floor might be mildly concerning. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Soul floor. Soul floor.
As the lance hits the floor and vanishes, the ground begins to quake slightly.
Get me in my head.
Your choice if you want to do anything. The ground is rumbling.
Out of the room for now.
I command you to open.
I get the fuck out of the room.
Double up! Everyone hit it!
Trying to command it to open, Azrael?
Yes.
If this is the solution and we're just stupid, I'm gonna cry.
Listen, we don't know it won't work.
Look, we don't have psychic damage, okay? What do you want us to do?
Go ahead and give me a... I feel like this falls sort of under intimidation more than just diplomacy.
Can I roll under diplomacy instead?
Wait.
I'm gonna go with no.
Was intimidating the floor to open a fucking option? I'm good at intimidation.
Eh.
Azrael, in your mind, you begin to hear words manifest. You know not which you speak to. Leave now.
Okay, bye. Yeah, nope. Nope. Not going that way. Other doors. We have more doors to check. The floor is talking to me. I'm leaving. Oh, that's definitely a dragon for sure.
Come back, light bulb.
As you guys make your way a little bit down the hallway here.
This is like a trap.
We're getting murdered.
Why? You can see as you progress multiple larger and heavier iron doors.
You get back here, light bulb.
Wait, I didn't tell you to go back. What are you doing?
Oh no.
You're dead.
The doors here and here look to be about twice as wide as any of the other doors, like down here are. You can also see from where you are, a few of the ones on the eastern side appear open, just loosely open at the moment. At the intersection where you are, there's a large amount of what looks to be sort of shredded netting.
Interesting.
And at the far ends of the corridor on the east and west side are what look to be a pair of massive skulls carved out of black granite with what looks to be like large vultures statues atop them. Sort of like the pillars outside, actually. They look a bit like this.
Interesting.
Just massive figures of wondrous power, obviously.
Could be.
Read the aura.
On which one? That one over
Well,
there?
that
one. 100% magical.
Lovely.
Don't fuck with the traps.
Oh.
Requiem, are you still chilling out back there in that room?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and just run across really quick. How could you do this?
I was physically
fool.
stepping back. I was stepping back. I will have you know this. He just moved first.
You fool. You absolute ding-dong.
I think we're fools.
How could you think nothing would happen?
I thought if I moved quickly enough, I would outrun the trap.
You might, but your friends won't be safe. I need everyone to roll initiative for me.
I was trying to walk backwards and you just let go first, you son of a bitch.
Oh, you got Philip in the way behind you anyways.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Well, that looks pretty quick to me.
As everyone proceeds to roll 23.
Initiative, Asriel, please.
I did?
No, you didn't.
I took it back.
What?
That's okay.
Well, as Asriel crosses the open corridor and the wings of the granite vultures immediately unfurl, that's where we're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
Oh my god.
So,
I told you there were fucking figures, you didn't listen!
take
I
3-5
thought they were gonna shoot
minutes,
fire at me.
stand up, stretch, and I will see you all in a few minutes. Welcome back from break, everyone. Before we get into our first turn of combat, Asriel did mention wanting to make a retroactive sort of recall knowledge about the strange slab in this room. So feel free to do that, and if anyone wanted to, they absolutely could.
I think I'm using
Sure.
society for this. What's the banking guild? What's the banking guild's name? It's the tax collectors.
The tax collectors, yes.
Have I ever heard of the tax collectors having like dealings with a dragon?
Will give me that recall knowledge check. I'll let you know.
What are you doing about dragons?
I'm pretty sure there's a dragon under that square.
I mean, what
do
else?
You tell the dragon researcher?
What else do you put in your bank vault? Makes
Right?
sense.
Exactly.
Do you tell the person with dragon lore?
I'm thinking it.
No. To spite you.
Okay. I won't give you my +5 floor check then.
I'm not the one who thinks about this.
As far as you can tell, Asriel, I mean, the tax collectors have a long and storied history.
Oh yeah.
They have very likely dealt with dragons before. It would not surprise you if they have. But you're not overtly aware of any like really important public dealings between the tax
It's not like a common
collectors
knowledge thing.
and Dragon. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
it's sort of assumed that they've probably had dealings with them because, I mean, dragons like to hoard, and with the tax collectors' squeeze on wealth, they very likely, they probably at some point in the past tried to look at a dragon that was nesting in Geb and make it pay taxes on its hoard. It probably didn't end well for them. There's no official records of that.
I don't blame him. I so would have tried that.
But with that being said, Azriel, you're up first.
Does it look like they're opening up to like spit fire at me as expected, or are they like animating fully?
Well, the statues look like vultures, and at the moment, it is solely their wings that have sort of spread out. And sorry, there was one other thing about each of these doors I forgot to mention that, you know, might be mildly important.
Okay.
Each of them seems to have what looks to be a single skull forged of iron embedded in the wall directly to the right of it. You can actually see them on the map if you're looking at it.
Yeah.
The mouths of the skulls are open, and the ones on the eastern wall, as well as the one up here you guys would have been able to see, has emerged from the wall and looks more like a lever at this point in time. You can see the ones down here look pulled down. The one up here still seems pulled down as well, actually.
Did they just move like that, or is it just a better
No, they have been
perspective now that
like
we're closer?
that.
Okay. Are these
It's
doors
just-
supposed to be open?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they're not like swung wide. They're just sort of like mostly closed, but you can see them open just a little bit.
My 3 actions.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna pick a thing. You're not gonna be helpful. We'll throw a skeleton guard. That's the left statue.
Okay. Perfect. What would you like it to do with its 2 actions?
Slay the statue.
Okay. I'll give you a token for the statue.
Oh, I should have. That's fine. Too late. Should have done the zombie. Oh my god.
Yeah, that will crit on a nat 20. Very nice.
Slay the statue.
8 points of damage to the statue. Which, surprisingly enough, I know what your thought process was with wanting to potentially grab the zombie instead of the skeleton. Because, you know, a sword against granite, probably not very effective. The sword cuts through the granite kind of like butter.
Huh.
Drag, you're up. As the skeleton just kind of steps forward and slices its sort of rusty blade through the front chest of this vulture statue.
Yeah, I don't like that. Cease existing.
That will hit.
Cease and desist.
7 points of spirit damage to it. All right.
Does it have a soul?
It does seem
Oh,
to
I
take
mean-
the damage.
Fast.
The shot fired, so
All right, Philip. Philippe. Philip. Philip.
Step forward.
Mm-hmm.
Take fire,
All right.
and I'll cast gun.
That's sounds good
Crit.
to me. That is an exact crit. The statue explodes as you shoot it.
Nice. What? Okay, my mouse is being weird. And then I will thoughtful reload.
Okay.
High
What would you like to know?
save, low save?
Sure.
Fortitude.
I say fortitude, low save will.
Figures.
All
It's my turn.
Requiem. You're not quite sure what's going on, but you hear a gunshot go off and the sounds of magic being cast.
Well, I guess the guy to the right looks like an enemy.
It is a statue of a vulture on top of a skull with its wings spread.
it's animating.
But I assume I can see the other one on the other side of the room that looks like it got shot and is on the ground.
Oh yeah, it's in a whole bunch of pieces.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick up on the context clues here.
Statues. I'm sure one of us would have said something as Requiem runs by.
You don't have to pick up on context clues, you know. Could remain mildly oblivious.
Woo!
Not hit, unfortunately. Alright. That will bring us to the Granite Vulture's turn. At this point, its wings are going to flap fully. It is going to lift off from the skull and begin flying towards you. And make it here with one action, because its fly speed is 25, and bite at you twice, Requiem.
Jesus.
For 5 points of piercing, 1 bleed damage that you are unaffected by. And then it's going to bite you again.
I'm the only party member who's affected by bleed, aren't I?
Yes.
Mhm.
Another 5 piercing damage. Low rolls. Alright. Azriel, you're up. The statue has begun biting Requiem.
Sustain a spell.
Mhm.
What is this guy's speed? 25. Tragic.
Believe it or not the fastest.
Does he have to spend an action to draw his short bow to make an attack with him?
Correct. Yeah, you'll probably spend the action switching out your bow
you know
for
what?
your scimitar.
I think I'll just drop the scimitar.
Okay.
And then now I have a free hand for the to fire the bow.
Yeah. Still have to spend the action to draw it, though.
Why would it not be drawn?
Do you see it on his back?
That's sad. Okay, he'll just straight twice then.
Okay.
Objection.
No.
Please. Damn.
You have been denied.
I tried my best.
Right, you're up.
What?
Kind of,
What? Oh, I'm sorry, Azriel. I forgot you were just sustaining there.
Had 2 actions.
I am intelligent here. Oh boy, that's a hit.
I don't crit on a 19. That's crazy.
Oh.
28 for the crit, right?
Mm-hmm.
blame.
5 points of damage to the vulture. Now you're up, Drake. I apologize. Mm-hmm.
Zap.
We'll do it again.
You know, I clicked the other one and I pressed T and it fired the wrong direction.
That's okay. Only 3 damage. Unfortunate. Alright, Philippe. You
Gun.
are up. A gun? You not? Oh, that's just a regular hit. Thank goodness. Yeah, 6 points of damage into the vulture. That's gonna make it look
Could I
good
shoot
enough.
over Requiem?
It would have cover if you shot over Requiem.
Would this still hit with? I can't say that.
Can't take
I've
that
already
back,
moved.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I made my choice. Then I will just. I guess I'll thoughtful reload. Get another recall knowledge. Oh god, I can't remember what I can ask for. High save, low save.
You can ask just about anything about it. So, like, if you want to know what it is, you can ask that.
Yeah.
Save,
What
low
the hell is
save,
this thing? Is this an
offensive
automaton?
abilities.
This thing feel like an automaton? This thing feel like it has a soul,
Mm-hmm.
but so this is a living creature? What the hell is it?
As far as you can tell, taking a look at it, this looks to be an imitation of like a guardian beast. So there are spirits infused into these, and when the physical body is destroyed, the actual spirit will likely sort of return to a vessel that it will reconstitute a new body for itself from.
Love.
These ones are typically used to guard like profane treasures, sites of great evil, all that jazz.
So literally anywhere in Geb. Got it.
Yes, exactly. These are the Gebite version of guardian beasts, which are typically used to protect nice places.
Well, it was once a nice place.
Alright, Requiem, you're up. Completely forgot that Philip crit failed there and I was supposed to lie. I was so excited to share creature lore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Make something up real quick. I promise I believe you.
A step here.
Okay. Philip, I've got lore for you. They're French.
I am even angrier! Philip hates nothing more. Philip
Requiem,
hates
I'm
two
so
things in his
sorry.
life.
But that will bring us to the vulture's turn. The
Philip hates two
vulture's
things in his
going
life.
to bite you, Philip. Because guess what? You can bleed.
Of course he would. That thing's fucking French, isn't it?
If I could hit, you would bleed. So we'll just... Hey, there we go.
French coward.
That's going to be 8 points of damage plus bleed to you. This is what you get for calling him French. He's doing it again. Nope. Alright. Well, I
I
tried.
hate the French. I hate the French.
Asriel, you're up. You are muted again, I think.
I put a big chip in my mouth right as you said my name.
Oh.
Combined attack.
Great timing.
He is
One
muted
game.
by Foob.
No,
Unfortunate.
the skeleton man.
Hey!
Mr. Man, the skeleton friend. Ooh.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, that will be enough to slice the vulture into nothingness. And it will pretty quickly just kind of fall apart. And not 20 seconds after the statue falls apart on the ground, all of you hear in your minds, man, why'd you guys have to do that to us?
We're attacking us?
Okay, well, would you, if you were just doing your job, would you expect people to fight back?
If my job is maim and brutalize other people, yes. Yes, I would.
Well, maybe you should carry different expectations. Have you thought about that?
You maimed and brutalized us.
Well, now that your job is done, we could be friends.
We could?
Do you have a problem with this?
A different voice speaks up. I mean, I don't see any problem with being friends. I'm really hungry. Do you have any food?
One feed the soul.
Well, we don't need to be fed souls. It's, I don't know, corpses. Once you let them age for a bit of time, everyone tastes different. We can't actually ingest the food, but, I like to taste it.
Come, follow.
Well, we can't really follow right now. You just destroyed our bodies.
How long until you regain your bodies?
It should be a couple days or so.
She's coming in here and she's grabbing the corpse pieces. She's pull them back out here into the room.
Oh, those people. There's still one here. Yes, I want to taste. Give it over here. Bring it. Please.
You know how aged that corpse is?
She'll put one half of it on one of them, the other half on the other one.
Oh, hey, thanks. Appreciate you went out of your way to split it up for us. And you watch as the granite skulls just start slowly chewing on the corpse halves. Man, this tastes not that great if I'm being honest.
Sounds very messy.
Hey, you try eating when you don't have any hands to eat with. I only got jaws. I'm doing my best, okay?
So are there any more you guys down here, or just the two of you?
Just the two of us, I think. I mean, people come down and visit every now and then, but... Oh, there is something else down here, I think.
The big guy in the basement?
I don't know if they're big. I haven't seen them before. But, and so the guy who's talking right now is this one, the one most recently slain, it seems. This door right over next to me, one of them folks went into it, didn't come back out. So, like I hear a lot of hissing and snarling from inside of it. Maybe you should go in there. Probably not hungry anymore.
Do we know how long ago the last adventurers entered this place?
So, is your job a hard requirement, or do you want to leave? We could just take you.
I mean,
we get you more snacks.
If you're gonna feed us, I don't see a problem with leaving.
Anyone got a spare bag? The house needs some new guard birds.
It absolutely does.
I mean, depends on how big the skulls are, but I can probably fit... on how heavy the skulls are, but I could probably fit one in my bag.
Alright, DM.
Solid granite.
I need a bulk. I need a bulk on these bird bits.
This is going to be a group effort to get them out of here if you want them.
Worth.
We do. This is worth
bird
it.
Bits. Everyone fill the bags.
It's going to be like when you guys are leaving as a group, pick them up and go.
Well, I mean, you stuff them in the bags now. You just leave the bags here. You know,
I
grab
mean,
them
the
right
last time
now.
we left, we stole a statue. This time, we're stealing 2 statues. It's only
These
natural.
are pretty big for fitting in a bag.
Well, talking about the bird bits.
Oh, just like the... Oh, you can leave those behind. Our new bodies are formed from magic. So those
So I
aren't
just
needed.
need the skull base then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the skulls themselves are about 3 feet tall.
So that's not fitting in
Excellent.
a single fucking bag.
No.
Nope. That's a 2-man carry out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad good thing there's 4 of us.
Just the 4 of us.
We can make
And
it.
well, I mean, come on. There could be 6 of us.
Just the 6 of us.
There could be 6 of you. Go
3
find some other
casts of
people to
anime.
join.
No, 3 casts of anime dead. Come on.
Well, those will last for a whole last minute.
That's a whole minute of us not carrying these things.
What's an ass minute?
You'll find out when you're older. Ask your parents about it.
Shall we go through the door?
I guess I can peek, since I think I still have the most health.
There are many doors. You know you guys can choose to like take time and heal up outside of combat,
Hang on,
right?
Azrael has more health than me. Fuck this, I'm not going in first.
You don't have to just like keep going forward. You can take breaks.
I'll send it.
Yeah, if you guys want to spend like an hour healing up, you absolutely can. Maybe 2 hours. Azrael struggles to heal people, it seems.
Not used to the healing. Or not used to healing the living.
You guys can absolutely take a break, heal up to full, rest. If there's anything else you want to chat with these statues about, you're more than welcome to.
I definitely want to see if they know anything about the spirit inside the giant slab.
The spirit in the slab?
Yep.
I mean, no. You know, I heard some people talking a long time ago. They used to come down here with a bunch of different things to try and open it, but everyone sort of left disappointed. So, unfortunately, don't really have any idea what could be down there.
When we first attempted to open it, it spoke to Philippe.
Well, that's kind of crazy.
It didn't speak to me.
Philip?
It didn't speak to me. It spoke to Divine Lance. Azrael?
Do you have any idea how little Divine Lance narrows it down with this party?
I know. I am tired. I've had a long day.
It was Azrael who was spoken to.
I will correct my statement.
Well, which one are you? Sorry, what are your names?
Well, I am Requiem Imperium Noctis.
A lot of names.
Philip.
That's a lot for your
Azrael.
names.
Drag.
Alright. Well, thanks for sharing your names.
What are yours?
I don't have one.
Do you want one?
You want to give us a name?
Sure, everybody deserves a name.
Take a
Yeah,
name.
how else are we gonna talk to you guys?
Like this? Telepathically, like we've been doing?
Well, yeah, but how do we, like, you know... It feels kind of rude to go, hey, you over there.
I mean,
When we could call you guys... When we could give you guys names.
For it.
What kind of bird are the statues?
Vultures.
Oh, I was gonna go for Bert and Ernie.
It's gonna go for Hugin and Mugen.
Hugin Mugen?
That's a nice mythology reference.
Mm-hmm.
You guys would like to name the birds Hugin and Munin, you're more than welcome to.
I was thinking something more like Franklin and Charles, but those could work too.
What are the old men from the Muppets called?
Oh my god.
Muppets don't exist in Geb.
Correct. Statler and Waldorf.
I will support this decision.
One name these bird statues Statler and Waldorf.
Yep, that's canon now. It's decided.
We've decided it, Mr. Jericho.
Which one is which?
We actually don't know. They will randomly decide themselves, and it changes every time we ask them.
At any given time, one of them is Statler and one of them is Waldorf.
Those names
Oh.
are fantastic. I'll
Glad
be
you like
Waldorf
them.
today. You can be Statler. Okay?
I'm glad you like them, Waldorf.
What are you talking about? I'm Waldorf. That's Statler.
This is going to be fantastic.
I'm glad you like them, Statler.
It's all good. Well, you guys have fun looking around. And, I guess we'll, see you on your way out.
Yeah.
We'll come grab you.
Anything else you guys wanted to talk to these statues about? Ask them about?
I don't think they know where the traps are, but we would definitely ask where the traps are.
They do not know where the traps are, unfortunately.
Such a shame.
I know. Oh, but, you guys have a key, right? If you don't have a key, you're not getting into any of the vaults.
We've got a key.
Wait, we have 2 keys.
Well then, best of luck. I hope you find what's yours.
We've got this one, and she'll pull out the lockbox key and the silver key.
Oh, you need that, that black key. See how it looks sort of like a tongue? Stick it in the skull's mouth so they have a tongue coming out.
Thank you. For clarification on my part, do we have that key, or is he saying we need to get that key?
That's the black key you guys have that you picked up from the basement in your man. That's what he's saying you need.
We have bird friends now.
You have bird friends now.
Yes. Shall we go through the door? He said someone went to and 2 and never came out.
You can. Should you? That's another story. Taking a look in Asriel, since someone walked forward, Looking into the room, you can see sort of a number of deep scratches marring the floor and walls of this vault. Center of the room has a corpse wearing a red cloak in it. Other than that, though, the room looks entirely empty. By the way, everyone heal up to full. We talked about this.
Zuka, fetch.
Zuka can start dragging the corpse out. Taking a look at it, there do appear to be some gouges in the corpse as well, but at a quick glance, not nearly enough to necessarily prove fatal.
Let's Spirit Lance it, or Divine Lance it, and see what happens.
The corpse?
Yeah.
Okay. The magic fails to manifest.
That's what I was hoping for. It's actually the exact reason why I used that particular spell.
What's in his pockets?
Ooh, you have, Yeah, there's absolutely a vial of sort of magenta liquid in the pocket, and you can see on the vial has like the design of a coffin with its lid askew engraved on it. You also notice that this corpse is wearing pretty sturdy leather hand wraps that appear engraved with a minor potency rune on them. They are +1 hand wraps of mighty blows.
Nice.
Great. I feel like we're gonna have to go after the base at some point. Should we start collecting these red capes and cloaks?
Probably.
Who is paying the most attention to their surroundings at the moment?
I guess me, since the others are investigating the things.
Definitely not me.
I'm definitely standing back, looking around with my gun.
I'm paying intense close attention to whatever's in the room. But if something is coming up behind me, I likely wouldn't notice it.
Okay. Everyone except Azrael, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Wow.
No.
It is intensely difficult to see, but the space itself in the room, all three of you notice, appears to be warping slightly. There's a strange shimmer in the air.
Oh no.
Something is moving, but you can't actually see it. Who came up and shut the door?
I didn't do it.
Yeah, it was Azrael, the person who wasn't paying attention.
Back. Which means I didn't.
Philip and Drag. The two of you feel a gentle breeze of air pass by the two of you.
No.
We are on different. It's still hazy in the room.
At this point, no.
We are not alone.
There's something.
Did we actually pull the corpse back when the snake went in and did the thing?
Yep. Yeah, I don't have a way to move it because it's just part of the map background, but
Right. Yeah.
yes,
You cropped
like
the
other
PNG
corpses
right
you guys have come across, they have been moved. What, Drag?
So you crop that corpse right now.
No,
It was a joke.
we'll not do live photoshopping of maps.
I'm not joking. Do it.
Amy. Well, you have potentially felt something move near you. You have seen the signs of potentially something that at least was in that room. What would you like to do now?
Well, I would like to perceive extra good.
You want to perceive extra goody good?
I would like to perceive extra good.
Well,
Where did it go?
where did it go? I think I'm going to ask for this all to be done in initiative order, specifically. Y'all wouldn't mind rolling initiative for me. Not to say we're necessarily getting into a fight, but I would just like these roles and actions to be done in sort of an initiative order. Requiem, what would you like to do at this point in time?
Delay.
Okay. Philip, what would you like to do at this point in time?
Which did I the breeze that blew past me?
Mm-hmm.
Which way did it blow? Did it blew to
You good?
no. I'm very tired. I'm very sorry. Did it blow towards the cross in the hallway, or did it blew out of the room towards here? Right.
Yes.
I'm gonna just keep looking down the hallway, taking my attention off of the room entirely, and I'm just gonna stare down the hallway with my gun ready.
Give me a perception check. Don't see anything. Aside from the crumbled remains of the statue you blew apart earlier.
I will also, as precaution, just energy shot for electricity.
Okay. Got some electric bullets at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
Electric. Woogie woogie woogie.
That'll be all.
Alright. Asriel, anything you would like to do?
I'm rifling his pockets.
I think at this point you would have noticed that everyone
Okay.
else is reacting to something if you would like to do something.
Who is that to?
That was Asriel.
Okay.
And if you would have liked to actually pop in at the end of Philip's turn, Requiem, you may.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna double cast shield, one with each hand.
Sure. Would you like to pop in at the end of Asriel's turn, Requiem?
No.
Okay. Then Dry, what would you like to do?
What was that?
What would you like to do?
Did my see good see any good?
At the moment, no.
You
can continue trying to seek good.
Cast.
Everyone's putting a shield up.
Stippy. Stippy. See more good.
Before you roll that perception check, I need you to back yourself up right there. As
Do I find it with my face? We love
you
that.
kind of do. You run into something solid, a little bit meaty. You feel some fur sort of start wrapping around your leg as that occurs.
Oh, it's grappling me. Oh, here.
Not necessarily grappling you, just sort of rubbing against you.
No.
Or at least you've rubbed against it.
I have terrible ideas.
Does it for your turn, though. If you have shield perceived and moved.
There's no perceive if I go run into it. I was going to step out in the hallway and perceive. But I found it. Grab.
You're going to try and grab whatever it is?
I have no idea where the fuck that is on the sheet.
If you have the basic action macros on your hotbar, there is a grapple option that you can target this thing with.
I found it!
Make sure you target.
Target what? There's nothing there!
Do you not see this?
No.
Oh, invisible hides it from you guys too. How wild.
Yeah.
Good to know. Alright, a 14 does not succeed at the grapple. You reach out and the furry appendage quickly recoils away from you.
Hey. No. Get back here.
This is why I like guns.
Almost sort of smacks your hand away. Requiem, would you like to hop back into initiative now?
Get back here!
Then it is your turn, Requiem.
I'm gonna target this square.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and Divine Lance.
Alright. There you go.
I don't know if it's hostile.
See, Requiem found it to target it. That will not hit, though. That will hit. Drag.
Uh-huh.
You hear an instant growl of pain. Followed by... What languages do you speak, Drag?
Common Draconic Necro.
You hear it say something. You hear a voice sort of growl out words in a language you do not understand. And let me actually check if anyone in the party speaks that language. Requiem. You actually do speak Requiem. So you hear a voice sort of growl out. God's damned undead.
What does it say?
God's damned undead.
Hearing that, Requiem will call out, wait, no, we don't know what you are. We can't see you. Can we not fight, please?
You're the one who shot it.
You wish to say that after attacking it?
Yeah, I mean, up until this point, there's just a visible thing lurking among the group. I feel like hostility is reasonable. But, like, she's literally saying, we don't even know what you are, we can't see you. Can we just not fight?
Fair. I will also mention this, Requiem. Do you, as a player, recall what the Requiem language is?
I do not.
That is the language of psychopomps.
I mean, okay, fair. She just doesn't want to fight anything.
Hey, we found the answer for the thing in the other room.
Give me a diplomacy check.
I will do that. Do I win?
You annoy me, that's for sure. The creature stops, and after a moment, the invisibility fades, and you all are greeted with what looks to be a beast with almost a crocodile skull.
It's adorable!
For a face, with like a mane of fur going down its back onto a fluffy tail. What do you want here?
We are trying to get to our deposit box. She'll hold up her deposit box key. The bank is not very accommodating.
No, is not accommodating for anyone. Better off leaving this place and not returning.
While I'm sure that is probably true, we are a very stubborn bunch. She has also clearly indicated to the rest of the party to stand down, just so that's clear.
What is it you have here that is more important than your existence to you?
A threat to Geb. We are hoping to find some answers. Well, I should say specifically a threat to the living of Geb.
Then go about your business and let me leave.
Could you help us open the door first, the floor door?
You notice it actually takes sort of a half step back away from you all when you ask that.
Should I not have asked?
Open?
Okay, I suppose I should ask what is under the door.
Under that door are things that should not be made public to the people of this land. Be they living or dead, personal preferences aside. The things below that door must remain sealed away.
So they are dangerous.
That is one way of putting it.
Could you elaborate any, please?
No.
Where is it right now, by the way?
Standing next to you.
You can see it now.
Away.
I was just like it's a few feet away.
Yeah. It's like 2 feet away from you.
Drake is sitting on the ground. Slowly walking in towards it, trying to pet it.
Give me a nature check, Drag.
Ah, yes. We shall do this. No, come back to that 16, you son of a bitch!
Would you like to hero point that?
I want to pet the dog. I don't need to live today.
Stop you from approaching.
I don't need to live today, I just want to pet the dog.
It definitely recoils a bit as you, like, place your hand on it, but it allows you to pet it.
Like, I have no idea what's being said here. I'm just petting the dog.
Requiem continues. Could you confirm a guess? Is it creatures? Is it weapons? Is it secrets?
is the type of thing that to be knowledgeable about is to invite it freedom.
He nods. I see. Then don't tell me. You weren't already, but don't. I don't want to know.
Just nods at you. That is a smart way to keep your existence safe.
She nods. Then I must ask, are you the only one of your kind here? If there are more of you, I would like to free them, so anyone else who returns to the basement here would not have access to one of your kind to open the door.
My kind is not required to open the door. My kind helps to open the door, but it is not a necessary use. But beyond that, no, I am the only one here.
That is good to know. She will turn to her companion. Is there anything you would like to ask that has nothing to do with the door in the other room or what is under it? She has not been conveying the contents of the conversation. All she has said so far is to stand down, it's not hostile. And then she's just been conversing in front of you in a language you guys don't know. And this is the first time she spoke to you again since.
Do I recognize what this creature is?
Strangely enough, Drag, you do. This is a Essobok, essentially base considered to be the guard dogs of the Boneyard. They are typically pretty cunning, but also among the least intelligent of psychopomps. And quite honestly, while you don't know what it's saying, it's a little bit strange to you that it's been speaking so long. From what you're aware of, Essoboks only really ever speak when uttering threats.
Interesting. Also, a player question. I've heard the name before. I genuinely don't know what the fuck a psychopomp is.
Psychopomps are the guides of the dead. They don't like undead. Is an easier way to put it. They're sort of the monitors of the outer planes, you could put it. So they're like the general workers of the Boneyard, you could say, and they tend to revile undead as the perversion of the natural course of life and death.
Interesting. Even a stranger would let me pet it then.
Yeah, very strange.
Speaking of,
are you familiar with this knowledge as well, Requiem?
speaking of, though, I would like to do a perception check on it to discern, is it trying to trick me, is it trying to lie to me, or is it just actually terrified by whatever the hell is under the floor and really just wants to leave?
Sure. And while you're making that perception check, Drag also asked you a question.
I missed that question. I had to turn you up.
It was out of character. I was curious if you also knew this information.
About what psychopomps are? Yeah.
No, what this thing is.
The specific creature? No, not until Jericho explained it. But
No, like in character. I don't know your background. I don't know if you want to roll to see if you're also aware of what this is.
That's fair. My background includes education on stuff like this, but I don't know if I know the specific creature.
By the fact that it speaks Requiem, you would probably recognize immediately that it is a psychopomp, especially some of the carvings on the sort of skull mask it wears.
Right.
Past that, you nat 20, you know exactly what Essoboks are.
Okay.
Taking a perception check at it, though, trying to sense its motive. Strangely, it does not necessarily appear frightened of what is below the iron slab. It's a little hard to tell whether it's telling the truth or not about it. The finer points of the Requiem language escape you on occasion, and so some of the nuance in how the Esvox words could be interpreted during this conversation, you're not certain. It could be lying to you, it could also be telling the truth.
Can you ask it why it was working for a nation of the dead? Why have I adopted that accent? That is not her accent.
It is a prisoner, but I can confirm. And she will ask, were you a prisoner here, or were you here intentionally? Your request to escape implies one, but the tax collectors have very unique ways of handling their situations, so I would not be surprised if you were simply a casualty of their abandoning the building.
I was captured many long years ago. They hoped to train me to be a guard dog for them. You can see it did not work out.
You are not some beast. Did they not realize this?
They knew exactly what I was. They hoped to make use of me because of my abilities and how effective I am at hunting down your kind.
That does make sense. She will turn back to you and say, it was not here willingly. It was captured many years ago. It seems the tax collectors decided it would be a safety measure. Having the creature here, if any undead were to come down here and try to steal from them, it would be the optimal creature to hunt them down and dismember them.
I see.
Or if any made the mistake of coming close to it to begin with, and she will look towards the dead body in the next room.
It's you would also know based off of your recall knowledge, Requiem, it is less that yes, it could rip and tear a creature apart, but specifically against undead, Esvox are capable of devouring and destroying their souls.
Jacob.
What?
I know how easy feels. Not me, the player, sitting here trying to figure out how to get another pet.
Well, only one new pet per session. That's the
I also don't think this creature is a very good idea to keep as a pet.
Oh, gods, no! No, gods, no. It's a horrible idea.
Existence in this land is probably illegal. Very illegal.
I mean, it's not vitality damage.
It's still almost certainly illegal.
Probably, yes.
Psychopomps, their existence in Geb isn't necessarily illegal, in the same vein that Pharasmins aren't illegal in Geb. They're just looked down upon, and there's a lot of sort of just hate against them because oftentimes when they do appear, they're going to try and cause problems. But under the dead laws, they are essentially still protected until they attempt something.
Good to know.
But psychopomps themselves very rarely show up in Geb. It is more Pharasmans that will try to take advantage and occasionally crusade against Geb in small groups.
Well, do you happen to know the rest of the area? If you could point us towards the lock boxes, it would be very appreciated.
I have been kept down here my entire time. Not know what else lies beyond these doors.
I see. I'm curious, though. You speak of the danger of what lies below the floor, yet you do not seem to fear it. Is it something that is more a concern to undead, or at least not a concern for the type of outsider you are?
It does not concern me because I have no plans to open it. Is it? A caged problem is a solved problem.
Do I have to stick with the roll earlier, or can I,
Make
whatever
another,
the...
sense motive here if you'd like.
So you might want to warn it about the friend upstairs.
As far as you can tell, some sort of the inflection in its voice, it seems to want you to stop asking about it.
Well, at the very least, you definitely seem like you would like to move on from the topic. So there is something, no?
Going to continue asking about it?
Eh,
Reckon whatever you're saying, it sounds more angry than before.
possibly? I will be honest with you. You have to understand my position where your kind and mine don't necessarily get along, and your kind are known for their cunning. No? So, if what you are saying is true, then I do not want or need to know. It's just hard to know if what you say is true. No?
I've already shared with you that knowledge about what is down there is part of the problem. If you wish to continue asking about it, then that is where our conversation is going to end.
Very well. What will you do when you leave?
Visit an old friend.
She quirks an eyebrow. That is a very particular way to phrase things. Are you visiting this old friend on friendly terms? Or is this they used to be a friend, which is why they are an old friend and you are going to rip out their soul and eat it?
You like to ask so many questions, don't you?
Unfortunately, I have.
Say we'll find out if they're still a friend.
And I think with that, the creature is probably going to turn invisible once more and walk out from under your petting hand, Drag.
Goodbye, doggy. Well, now I can see the fact that it exists.
It's probably because I had undetected on it first. I took off undetected for some reason.
That was interesting. She's speaking common again, just so everybody knows that.
Where's he going now?
Say what?
Where's he going now?
He says he needs to visit an old friend.
Oh.
That's a strange way of saying to kill his captor.
I don't think that's the case. I think it's genuinely an old friend.
Yeah. Onward.
Anyway, there's more down here we must look at. Also, before we leave, I think we should remove the keys off the wall in the next room. Make them so they can't be read. I guess go try more doors.
More doors.
I'm a telekinetic hand the door right here.
The door does not open.
Oh.
Again, the strange difference you notice, like on these ones, the skull has popped out of the wall a little bit and is sort of obviously a lever that has been pulled down. Here, the skull is still inset into the wall.
Right. So she will take the black key and put it in and try to open its mouth, I guess. Whatever the... Make it like the other ones.
Yeah. So you put the key in, turn it, and with a quiet grinding sound, the skull will protrude a few inches, creating a lever.
Alright, let's do it.
Pull the lever down.
Yeah.
And with the sound
Pause the lever, Kronk.
Unlocking, seems the door opens. Or at least unlocks.
What was in this room, by the way?
I'll open it with telekinetic hand, and I'll also try to take the key out once the door's open.
These doors are all too heavy to open with telekinetic hand. That I know.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you can absolutely pull the key out, and it does remain as a lever.
Okay.
Can't go look, 'cause the light bulb walked away.
Well, let's open the door thoroughly, I guess. I'm gonna look at the door. I'm gonna look at the floor. I'm gonna look at the ceiling.
Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna ask my friends to also look at the door and the floor and the ceiling. And behind me, in case there's like a fucking dart that's gonna shoot out or something.
Y'all are so paranoid after upstairs. What could have possibly caused that?
Why would we ever be paranoid in a fucking bank filled with traps?
I don't know. I mean,
That's what he's asking.
It's a nice big set of double doors. They don't look trapped.
All right, well, I'm gonna nod to my companions and I'm gonna open the door.
Give me a reflex save.
God damn it.
I'm just joking. You don't have to. looking into the room as it is open, you can see every wall that's visible is lined with pretty heavy-looking lockboxes. Every single one of them is open, and appears at a quick glance to be empty.
Okay, we'll do a search just in case.
Sure. Anyone who wants to perceive may perceive. I wonder what you rolled.
I choose to perceive nothing.
Okay. And somehow see everything at the same time, Philip. Yeah, these lockboxes look pretty darn empty.
Alright, well, now we know. Trying to remember how to peek.
Hold Q and move your
Q.
mouse. Lean. Now, please note that when you lean, it does not show me your vision, so I don't actually know what you guys are really seeing when you lean to describe it properly.
I see an empty room full of lockboxes.
Fantastic. It's an empty room
I'm waiting
full
for
of
the
open
light bulb to catch up.
lockboxes.
Why don't I trust you for some reason?
Light
Gee, I
bulb,
wonder.
please.
Drag is waiting on Azrael to move, because Drag can't see otherwise.
I want to do a perception check inside.
Okay.
Same.
And there's always lanterns here. You could just like light them.
I could if that was a ability of the player.
Hey, Jericho.
You could have rolled anything. Trust me. There's 20 different sides to every die.
There's a 9 on every die.
I mean, Requiem, Philip, Azrael. Yeah, it's damn, looks pretty empty. Requiem, however, you get a little bit different. As you're kind of like standing behind Philip and Requiem looking into the open room, kind of back near the door behind you, you begin to hear what sounds like faint moans coming from beyond the door.
I realized I had a torch.
In
Would you like the
which
torch macro, Drag?
in this one or this one?
I manually set it up.
The one behind Azrael.
But sure.
Okay, this one.
I never got to see the room, so I was just updating it.
Is it like sexy moans? Jericho's like, I don't know how to answer that, and I don't know if I want to.
Sounds like this.
Sexy moans.
I think you and I have a very different definition, Philip, of what a sexy moan sounds like, but I'm not going to question it right now.
The odds are high I did not roll a 9 this time.
You know what? You might be onto something. You're perceiving this room again? You've already perceived this room.
That was to check inside. Now I'm actually like checking lockboxes.
There's nothing. It's lockboxes.
There's never anything in the lockboxes with you.
Nope. Well, I mean, the door's already open. You want there to still be loot in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, look, there's more than lockboxes in this next room. Are you happy?
Yeah, and I'm gonna look and see if any of them are shut or have looted.
So, aside from the lockboxes, at a quick cursory glance at this room, you can see multiple heavy wooden chests on the ground. Most of them are open, and they all look empty. There is a single corpse lying on the ground near a chest that looks like the label has been torn on it.
I'm gonna wave people over. This is interesting.
Oh, that's a corpse.
I'm gonna ask people who are trained in medicine to examine this dead body and see if they can discern what killed it.
I would love to.
It's gonna be so nice to see our first mimic.
Is this
Second.
private? This is a blind roll?
Anyone who is searching the body for a cause of death, please give me a recall knowledge roll.
Okay, then.
Wait,
That's the most secret kind of roll. We can't even see when people do that.
I
Yeah.
know. Miraculous, right?
what does the body look like?
A regular human guy.
No visible injuries.
No visible injuries. No.
Just a dead body.
Just a corpse, yeah.
No red cloak.
Box.
There is
I
a red cloak.
smell
It's
it.
like sort of tied more like a neckerchief or a scarf rather than like worn fully as a cloak right now.
What does that box smell like?
Calm down.
Don't
What
trust
is it? Is it one of the cloaks with the hand and the three fingers?
There is a three-fingered hand symbol on it. If you take it off and take a look at it, absolutely.
I'll do that and also search the body.
Go ahead and give me a perception check searching the body. Drag.
Yeah,
No magic
what
on
does
the
it
chest.
It does not smell.
Oh, Requiem,
I see.
beautiful roll. Interestingly enough, Requiem sort of hidden in an inner pocket in his shirt, you find what looks to be a small journal.
Let's take it out and read it.
Okay. Only dates back the past few weeks, and it's like most of the entries describe a lot of mundane details. The weather, like people in town to avoid, shopping lists, all that sort of general stuff. You get the sense that whoever this was, gods, they were poor. Definitely looking for like something to improve his fortunes, and one of the most recent entries is sort of titled New Job, and has a pretty simple sketch in it that looks like a couple pretty complicated looking street intersections.
Interesting.
And there does look to be like a specific area of it circled.
I'm gonna pocket this.
Okay.
Do we want to try the chest? Or, I mean, it's unlikely one of us will die if we attempt it, considering the rest of us are here to help.
Someone wants to investigate the chest, you're more than welcome to. Go ahead and give me a perception, Azriel.
I wonder what I rolled.
I was more laughing at Requiem walking away as you rolled. Taking a look at it, I mean, there's no secret compartments or anything you notice at it. The like shipping label on it is sort of torn, and it says it was indicated or shipped from somewhere called Sallows. But looking inside of it, it's mostly empty aside from what looks to be some like gray pasty residue kind of leaked into the bottom of the chest.
I'm gonna cast Divine Lance at the chest.
At the the magic does not manifest.
Cool, thank you.
It's not a mimic, I promise.
I swear to God, if you're like, well, mimics don't have souls after this.
Believe me, there was a part in my head as I was saying that, I was like, I could just argue that a mimic doesn't have a soul. Being strange alchemical creations, I could argue that it doesn't have a soul.
See, this is when you need Firebolt instead of Divine Lance. Just burn the box anyway.
Gone.
Azrael. Because of that perception check, I'll say you recognize that sort of residue on the bottom of the chest.
What is it?
The same as that sort of packet of gray paste you guys picked up from the corpse at Old Urgog's that was stuck in the gate.
Interesting.
Oh, so maybe it's something used to get through a lock.
Would not be. But as you guys sort of stew on that revelation, try and think with your brains about what that could mean, I think that's what we're going to end the session for tonight. So, thank you guys so much for showing up. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next week.
All right.
Have a good one.
Good session.